So I'm going to explain the difference between two types of PTZ control we have in Index Witness. One of them is called standard PTZ, and the other one is called advanced PTZ. Very confusing, I know. Standard PTZ is basically if you have a PTZ camera, we're interacting with it via ONVIF standard. Then there's limited stuff that we can do within ONVIF that allows us to control a PTZ camera. So you can see I got two cameras up here. One's called advanced, one called standard. On the standard PTZ, when I go into PTZ mode and I try and click over here, nothing happens really, right? So what this is I can zoom in, right? I can zoom out, look at the lovely pipes. I can take it and drag it and try and get it to go to the areas that I want. You know, it's a little bit of a slow and tedious process, right? I can still do PTZ presets and everything else, right? But in terms of like active control of a PTZ camera, it's not super ideal because it's a little bit slow. And with IP cameras too, there's some latency there. So when you kind of zoom out, if I wanted to, for example, point this at this sign over here, then it goes too far, it moves too fast. I got to be careful. I mean, we do have some UI stuff built in so you can kind of get used to it, but it's a little bit difficult to do, right? See that? I'm trying to get on that sign, I'm still not on it, even though I'm trying to be right on the middle of it. So it's not exactly the easiest way of controlling a PTZ camera. Now, alternatively, we have advanced PTZ. And what advanced PTZ is, we take a specific model of the camera and then we map the PTZ field of it. And once we do that, now we have kind of like full total control of the PTZ camera. So when we click here, instead of having to do the kind of slow drag and drop, I can just double click to zoom all the way out on the camera. If I want to go to that sign I was talking about, I just click on that sign. When I click on that sign, the PTZ moves right to the point that I want. If I want to zoom in, I can draw a square, get closer to it, and it'll zoom down to that area for me, right? So it's a much easier, much nicer, much more fluid way of doing it. Problem is, we have to map each one, so there's limited number of camera models out there for advanced PTZ. If you do have a project and it's using a lot of PTZ cameras and you need to do advanced PTZ, then you'll need to send us a couple of those cameras and we can do the integration for you, and we can make it so that it works this way. Because to be honest, advanced PTZ just makes standard PTZ look pretty terrible. So, you know, I had a couple kids and they got on my computer and started playing with the advanced PTZ, and it was just so simple for them that they were looking all around Burbank and they were just super happy about it. So versus the standard PTZ was really difficult for them to use. So something to think about. That's the difference between advanced PTZ in Index Witness and standard PTZ. You can find a full list of advanced PTZ cameras that we do support at support.networkoptix.com. And like I said, if you guys have a big project, you need lots of PTZs and you want to implement advanced PTZ, contact us and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.